yourself and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into a bloom. Blossom into a bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive, and today we have a special healing experience. It is all for my love babies, those who are looking for the right love in their life. It is all about attracting them to you, okay? So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you just heal, work on yourself, and do what you do when you're doing it, okay? Okay. So, welcome to all my new babies, and welcome back to all my returning babies. Y'all are the best. So, if you're new to the community, we start the session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, man, that's you. Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am, Ashe. 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 Okay. So, first things first, let's just cleanse out who you think you should have in your life, what you want, okay? Because sometimes we can get our own way with that, okay? Sometimes we can feel like, oh, I want this, why can't I have this? And really you're wanting something that probably isn't best for you. Okay. And this is some cinnamon. Just some cinnamon in the space. And we are getting rid of that which no longer works. Let go of all the bums. And a bum is someone who is useless to a loving relationship. That's actually what my grandma used to say whenever my grandma would critique someone's relationship, my maternal grandma. She'd be like, why you dating that bum? It's like, what you mean? It's like, they don't got nothing to offer you. So I'm saying that to say, remember to have relationships that can offer you something. It can be financial. It doesn't have to just be financial, because that's a problem too. If you're in a relationship and all it offers you is a financial aspect, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. If looks in a relationship is all that it has to offer you, it's not gonna work. You need to be attracted to the person you're with. You need to be in a sound financial situation and system, you and whomever you want to be with. But those cannot be the sole, reasons of a relationship. If you want to attract the right person into your life, you have to focus on your values. What are important values? What are the value systems that you have? Because you'll notice that you actually have just a larger pool of people if you focus on values. Yes, you should be attracted to the person. Yes, the money should be in in a situation where you hopefully don't have to be their sole breadwinner and have to take care of them, unless that's something you want, Yeah, to each his own. But I see it in the perspective of making sure that your energy is balanced, but making sure you understand what your values are. And many people do not know what their values are at all. They don't know. They never thought for some reason, they don't fit into what you thought it was supposed to be, but y'all share the same value system. Give them a chance, and you're attracted to them and things like that. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. I'm telling you, the person that you want is already around you. Also, if you are young, and I'll say, 24 and under, 24, 23 and under, you could even say 25. If you are 25 to 23 and under, you do not need to find the love of your life right now. You do not need to find the love of your life at this moment. You can find the love of your right now life, but you do not have to put the pressure on yourself to find somebody that you're going to be with forever, because I personally feel like you need to date around, and you define what dating is. Sometimes dating is just talking to somebody, going on a couple dates, or doing whatever you want to do, but you have to experience people so that you don't make one of the toughest mistakes that a lot of people make, that it works for a few people but it doesn't really work for a lot of people, is you end up getting with someone and you want to stay with them for a long time. You haven't had that many partners. You want to stay with them for a long time, but you don't know if they have the ability to grow with you. As we are changing in life, as we are growing and expanding, you want to make sure you get with a partner who is willing to grow, change, and expand with you. So the moment that you are ready to go on to the next iteration of you, they can respect that. They can be happy for you, because sometimes people will only love you where you're at. And I'm saying that to keep it real. So enjoy life. And I'm going to tell you the cheat code. The more you are happy, the more you are enjoying life, the more you take it easy and you do not put pressure on the relationships, the more people will want to lock you down. I don't know why it is. The more you put pressure, the more that, I gotta find someone tomorrow, the less people want to do that. I don't know. I don't know why it is. I don't know. Maybe, if I had to guess, when you're looking for the quality of somebody that you want to be with, you want someone who's fun, you want someone you have a good time with. And when you don't put pressure on something, you are those things. You're fun, you want to have a good time. And also you see that in other people too. When they don't put pressure in things, they're fun. They don't, they're not asking for crazy things way too early in, a relationship and things like that. But when you do put a lot of pressure onto things, what do? You have all of these expectations right now that have to be met, and that's a responsibility. If you're in the beginning of a relationship, everything is supposed to be fun. Responsibilities, they come with time, but you don't have to be instantly responsible with someone. Now, some people feel like they're looking for someone like they're older than that age range I gave. Let's say they're in their 30s, 40s. I'm not even gonna say 50s, because I feel like 50s is a different thing. But 30s and 40s, and they're like, look, I'm just ready. Who ready with me? And then they meet somebody who's like, we're ready. And if you have ever, been a divorcee, or you've ever been in long-term relationships, or different relationships, you may kind of feel like, look, I know who who I am, and I'm ready, to get with the person that you want to get with. Okay, that's a different approach as well. But have fun on the way. Have fun on the way. I cannot stress this enough. Enjoy it. If you want to attract the right person, imagine the life that you would want to live with them, and start living it by yourself first. And whoever can hang with you in that life, that'll let you know, okay, this person, I think they might be a keeper, But then when you start to get into your 50s and your 60s and up, I think it's a whole different ball game. I think at this point, you don't need to do nothing but have fun. That's just a requirement. All of those other things are suggestions. But once you get into your 50s, your 60s and up, have fun. You do not have to worry about no social obligations. You do not have to worry about somebody making an honest person out of you. You lived your life. You lived by society's standards. Now you going out here, you gonna play, you gonna do whatever you need to do. That's just the way I see it, you know. And if you happen to find somebody that you want to have a longer commitment with, so be it. If not, cool. At this point, you probably have entire communities of people that kind of make up for the need of one specific partner. But again, I try to give you game, okay, when it comes to attracting the right person in your life. But at the end of the day, you know, as we talked about the different things, having good energy, sharing similar values, the most important thing has to be your self-care journey. You demonstrate to people how to treat you, point blank, period. You can't get past that. You demonstrate to people how to love you by how you love yourself, not what you're telling people. Hey, you need to love me this way, you need to love me that way. Because if you're telling someone to love you a certain way, but you yourself are not loving yourself a certain way, that's already a contradiction right there. You love yourself a certain way by living it out. For example, if you don't want someone to talk to you some type of way, and for those who don't know what that means, it means somebody talking to you crazy. And for some who don't know what that means, it means like someone is being aggressive with you or talking to you in a disrespectful way, right? Don't talk to nobody in a disrespectful way, you know. Don't talk to me crazy, and then you start talking to yourself crazy, like, oh yeah, I forgot to pick up that cake yesterday. I'm this, I'm that, I'm da da da, you know, and you just start going on yourself, because that makes an impact on someone else. That makes someone else feel like, should I be questioning myself, or I don't feel as safe as I need to be here. And the same for someone else, especially if you got that good energy. Oh my gosh, people who are unhinged, well, not on Hinge, not the dating app, unhinged, like not together, they will seek you out and they will vampire energy you to the next level. So you also need to protect your good energy too. If they're not giving the good energy back, this all goes into the self-love. You have to say, nope, you can't be in this. And some people will actually be able to learn, but it's going to take them a while. And if you're patient enough, that's fine. In a while, I mean years. So if you pressed over somebody, oh, they're so great, they just have this one problem, okay, you know, keep them at a distance for a couple of years. But I guarantee you can find somebody who's like where you need them to be now. You will. But the key is to have fun, have a good time, take the pressure off. Oh, I'm not where I thought I should be yet. Don't worry about it. You're exactly where you need to be. The point is to be happy. The moment that you start being happy, all that other stuff does not matter. The moment that you start being happy, the moment you start seeing solutions, you start seeing other options you ain't even realized that you had. If you want to attract them to you, love yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Treat yourself well. Have good energy. Have good mental, emotional, physical health practices. Have healthy relationships. Release codependent tendencies and needs. All of the above. And bring that into your life, and you can do that. Step number 1, for those who are, you know, going back and forth with someone, you got to make a hard decision. And that hard decision is, are you going to let this person prevent you from being happy? And that's very tough, because love doesn't really matter when it comes to that. You can love somebody who is not good for you. So just because you love someone, that is not the parameter, that's not the benchmark to stay in an unhealthy relationship. So there's that. The second thing is, if you're very, very, very single and now you're ready to mingle, get out there. Whatever out there is for you, get outside. Be outside. You cannot find the person you're looking for hiding underneath your desk. desk, in your room, or wherever it is that you go. Get out there. Sometimes it feels like the world is so big, and you're like, you don't know. It's like, like, where do I start? That's normal. But once you get into a groove of what you like, what makes you feel good, like what kind of energy you want to live in your life, you're going to be able to narrow it down. But you got to take those first steps where it's just like, oh, the world's really big. It'll narrow down eventually. And for those who are like, you know what? I'm going to go with the flow. And I'm going to be like, yes, do that. Go with the flow. Enjoy life. Just be happy. No expectations. Perfect. You can have goals. You can have things that you want. But enjoy life. Life is worth living. Life is worth enjoying. So enjoy every moment of it. And the right people will come when they need to come. But you have to demonstrate to the universe how to treat you. You cannot wait for someone to come and save you. It ain't gonna work like that. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope that you attract the love that you truly deserve. I am Jessica Sup. I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It's about making them notice you, because we know it is confidence is key, is what we are working on in these next 2 months. So how are you going to allow yourself to be noticed by others? Sometimes we go on our journey and we want to, like, put our head underneath the sand. We don't really want people to see us. But a part of being confident is starting to realize that you deserve to be seen exactly as you are, and not trying to fit in, just amplifying and showing your unique self. So let's step into the light and feel this beautiful energy just flowing in our direction. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. It is a place where you heal, you take care of yourself, and we set this time aside each night in order to work on ourselves. So welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new babies, and welcome, welcome back to all my retarded babies. Mama loves you. So let's go ahead and get started. We start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. You ready? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay. So, just waking up your energy here. And this is more motivation, not necessarily like you gotta get up and hop out the bed and go do something. But this is more of just realigning your spirit, your soul's purpose, for you to be one with the universe, for you to know the universe has your back, that everything is going to be okay, that everything has its own purpose and meaning, and that you do not have to bear anyone's cross. You can simply live out your soul's purpose. So move that through So you don't have to do as much. You don't have to be trying to impress people in that kind of way. You just have the good energy, because good energy is very hard to come by. It really is. And so if you have that very scarce commodity, check number one, you're going to be able to bring it to your life. The energy and the people in the right situations and circumstances. Now, I always like to keep it open to whatever it is that you are looking for right now in your life. You might be seeking love, the right person. You might be seeking a new job, different career role. You might be seeking community. You might be seeking, an energetic shift within your life purpose, whatever that is. And you might be seeking a mentor or something like that. Whatever that is, we want to make sure that the energy is connected correctly so that you are receiving the people in your life that are purposeful and helpful and help you live a peaceful and more soul connected experience, or just plainly, said, live out your soul's journey, And let's deconstruct the need to live out the expectations of others that no longer correlate. That no longer correlate to the experience. Breathing in and out here. Releasing and relaxing. Continuing to breathe. Flowing through in this moment. Releasing and letting it go. Releasing and letting it go. I think I have some specular hematite, and let's just use it to kind of carve away any doubt, any self-doubt. We all have self-doubt. Self-doubt's completely normal. And I think that we all have our own unique healing path that is helping us get to where we need to go. And honoring that. That is not something to be ashamed of, needing to heal. Healing is not a shameful thing. Healing is a loving thing. It's what we do to take care of ourselves. It's what we do to change generational curses, systemic habits, internal dilemmas that no longer work. That is a part of the beauty of healing and Reiki healing hope. Enjoying your ability to heal from anything. You can literally heal from anything. And understand that healing it's a much richer experience than it is superficial. I think that as time progresses, I look at healing in a very different way. I used to think healing was you have a problem and you solve that health problem. Now I understand that each piece of the healing journey has a purpose, is teaching us something, illuminates something, and lights something up. And that healing happens on multiple levels. Sometimes your soul heals before your physical body heals. And that's when it starts looking like you're trying to explain to other people why you feel better, but the body has not physically caught up yet. Sometimes you realize that the issue that you had that needs to be healed is actually teaching you something, pointing you in a direction. That's wild, right? Sometimes, and this is kind of the annoying one, you realize on your healing journey it is about needing to take care of yourself, self-care, in that you might have long-term issues soul-changing experience where you're able to go within your consciousness or underneath the veil and begin to make shifts or to retrieve information. That is where I believe all of esoteric, like intuitive, clairvoyance, mediumship, I feel like that lives there, in my opinion anyway. But in looking at meditation and channeling, you can then be sick. Okay, you could be sick, just whatever, the issue is that is bothering you. And you can begin a meditation practice that turns into a channeling practice. And then you can go in and start to see, why is my soul here in this moment? What is the point of this? And then you start to see all of the internal baggage that you need to let go, that needs to be released, that has become psychosomatic, meaning it manifested into physical issues. And I think that kind of makes sense. I've definitely talked about this before. If something is stressing you out, that puts a lot of pressure on your nervous system, on other regulatory systems. So when you overwork those systems, they're bound to break. So I think that even the subtle things in our life, you're trying to live up to the expectations to others, not feeling good enough, feeling like there is not enough, feeling like there is lack somewhere. All of those little things that kind of just go on over and over in our life, it has an impact on our physical body. And so that's when I said it starts getting really, really interesting when you're on a healing journey and you start to heal your soul, or you start to heal the internal stuff before the physical body. And from my personal experience, I noticed that I had to go and do all the work of clearing and cleansing out. And once I did that, I found the right doctor who was able to look at what I had going on. It's like, oh, this is what you need to do. But honestly, and I can say that from the position I'm in now, if I had found someone who could have fixed me right then and there, I would have never realized my purpose. I would have never understood. I would have never grown. I would have never matured. There was a richness to the experience. That's when I say, or that's what I mean when I say that healing is a rich experience, like rich in flavor. So, if you want to attract, we talked about having that good energy, but you also need to cleanse out. You got to be able to let some things go. You have to be able to reinvent yourself into who you need yourself to be. That is a better version. Sometimes we can be around the same people, the same environment, the same mentality for a long time, and then be confused on why we're not where we want to be in the healthiest relationship, or in the, having work that has purpose or something like that. And what really happens is that when we're in those environments, there's only a few ways to be successful. If you're not successful those few ways, it's like when you're trying to make movement, people are looking at you like you're crazy, like, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work. Now you can push through that and make it work, but for a lot of people, they're like, yeah, you're right, it's not gonna work, because success only looks a certain way. But if you're able to push through, or you separate yourself from those environments, you give yourself an opportunity to be successful in numerous ways. This is what I say to love, especially if you're young. It's important to know what you're attracted to. It's important to know what your values are. It's important to know what you want right now in your life. But also, there's so much of life that you're going to experience, and what you like and what you're attracted to will grow and it will change. So give yourself that room to grow and change with it. There are some things you're always going to keep, which I think are certain core values, but just make sure that the love that you want has that. Maybe your preference will change. maybe your personality and what you find fun will change. Before it might have been being very adventurous, and then, it has changed to being very romantic or being whatever, whatever it is. Maybe you liked love that would be in community, like, to have a significant other in your friendships, and then maybe you change over time and say, no, I just want it to be, you and me, like just something like that. Things change, things shift all the time. And when we limit ourselves to say, okay, love can only look this one way, love can only be in this one situation, we're only saying, okay, success looks like this set amount of circumstances, versus if you take a step back and say, okay, I just want to make sure that my values are there. I want to make sure that this is healthy love. I want to make sure that at the moment that I decided on these or this parameter, that it was a healthy mindset. And when you take a step back and you grow, you give yourself other possibilities to come into your life. Look, people are waiting for you, okay? The right person's waiting for you, or whatever is, right for your love language, love style. But you just have to be open to that opportunity, to that change, and to that shift. So it is not hard to notice you. You're very noticeable. But you gotta stop dimming your light. The people who want you, the people who are supposed to be in your life, they want to see you, but you can't turn the light off. Every time, you want to shrink back into old mindsets and old beliefs, keep the light on. They're gonna find their way to you. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope that this brought some relief and some feeling of just like, okay, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. That's mostly what we're getting at here. It's like, it's gonna work out. And I'm always trying to inspire my babies to be unique, to be different, to decide a different approach to things. There's not one way of doing something. Discover and decide your own approach. Live the life in the standards that you want to live, and you'll have a better experience. And I think that that is helpful against anxiety and depression and the stresses that come up in social settings. Jessica, sup? I am a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special session. It is a pulling, poking, plucking stress to relieve any stress that happens to happen during love. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. You can also call me Jet. I go by Jet too. So welcome. If you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you do what you do when you're doing self-care routine. So since you're now one of my new babies, you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And for all of my returning babies, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, let's begin. I want to let you know that if you would like to experience a week in my upcoming apprenticeship starting March 19th, we are going to have that week. So if you'd like to be a part of that, you can use the link in the description and head on over to the My People community, where we're going to be doing whatever you experience in life, whether it is love related or not, has everything to do with being in experience, an experience of understanding, contemplation, all that kind of stuff. And with that experience, we start to realize we don't have to fight love. And sometimes we feel like we don't have love, and we actually do have it. This whole thing is just an experience of you deciding when you are going to own your power, own your purpose, and take control of your life. Who says you're not loved? If you're feeling lonely, who says you're lonely? You could say, oh, I don't have X, Y, and Z. Okay. A lot of times when people say that they're lonely, they may be missing just romantic partnerships, or maybe like friendship or something like that, or certain people. Okay. Well, when you look at friendship, you can find friendship in a lot of ways. You can find friendship online. You can find friendship in unlikely companions like a neighbor or something like that, if you just put yourself out there to learn. How about like romance? Oh, how am I going to, find somebody at this time? I was reading some messages about age, feeling like someone is too old or their time has passed to find love. Here's the thing. How many billion people are on this earth right now? How many of those people are within your age? And you are going to tell me that you cannot, and there is no probability of you being able to connect with at least one of them. Say you don't want somebody in your age bracket. Say you want to go a different age bracket. Even better, even more people. So, yes, you can still connect with someone, yes. But you have to love yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And self-care is so important. You have to keep yourself up. And when I say keep yourself up, I'm not talking about living to someone else's standard of beauty. No. I'm saying when you close your eyes and you see beauty, authentic beauty, the most beautiful expression of who you are now, what does that look like? And don't make it something that is so drastically different than you that you're setting unrealistic standard. No. What about yourself now is beautiful? And how can you accentuate that? How can you bring notice into that and take pride in that? And I tell you about my friend all the time, where I said that she would put so much thought into her appearance, and we dress very different. every day that you feel lonely, look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are not alone, I'm here with you. And I'm always going to be here with you, and I'm going to love you endlessly and completely. And any love that you thought you were going to get from someone else, I'm going to give you 10 times more. And we are going to open our life up for people to come into our life, but I know it is my responsibility to love myself to the highest level first. That is what the mindset is there. And by doing that, you are modeling to others how to treat you, so it becomes easy to be in love with you. A lot of people do not know who they are, and so it might be tough to be in love with that kind of person, because they're looking for the person outside of them to tell them who to be or how to love. And if they don't know themselves, people aren't necessarily in each other's mind every second. It's going to be really hard to be someone's savior or to be someone's external power. Let them have power. You have power. They have power, and just live in freedom with each other in a beautiful and balancing way. Live in harmony with each other in a beautiful and balancing way. Live in certainty with each other in a beautiful and balancing way. Don't fear. Don't fear. Don't fear. And remove the stress. I created Reiki Healing Hope because I wanted to create the space I didn't have. I've been there before. I've traveled down my journey of love and instilling. But let me tell you, the stuff I'm talking about right now, it has no age. We all are having life in cycle stages, experiences. And with that being said, just know that it is okay to surrender to the universe and be like, universe, I want to be loved fully. I want partnership in my life, and I believe and trust that that will come into my life. And until then, I'm going to love myself fully and greatly and in the biggest way possible. Do that and see what happens. And don't just do it for a day and then try to come on back here. Do it for a year. And tell me what happens. You'll be really surprised at the type of love that you bring into your life. Again, billions of people in the world. Billions. And you think you can't find, or it's not going to work. are certain situations in which if you are, some type of otherness, you may not feel accepted. Like I've seen quite a few churches that I enjoyed, and then once they started to be homophobic, I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here and be tolerated. Baby, I'm going to be celebrated, and all kinds of interesting things. And I thought, with the Reiki Healing Hub community, it transcends Reiki. Reiki is an energy healing modality, and there's so many other modalities out there, but I think that the word Reiki is very synonymous right now with energy healing and this spiritual take on energy healing, even though Reiki is not a spiritual thing. And I think with that being said, I feel as though the universe has guided me at the right place at the right time to create this community so that nobody feels like they are left alone or that they are by themselves. I look at myself as someone creating uninterrupted space so people can flourish and they can feel good, especially if there were times of healing that they just really needed space. And I don't like to do it behind the gaze of religiosity, because I think sometimes if you take anything too far, you may not see that you need medical intervention or mental health or emotional health support intervention and things like that. And so in that community, it's just people just filling each other up. And so it's been about a month. It's such a wonderful community. If you'd like to join it, it's called thempcommunity.com. You can go there and join. I also moved the Patreon there, so you can join the Mystic community there too. And that is one where we're still working on those 52-week challenge goals. We're meeting. We have energy sessions that come up, and just conversation and dialogue. We have chat, posting and all kinds of stuff. So it's a way to connect, in a fuller way. And a lot of times for me, it's I am talking to you and I can read the comments, but these communities give us all an opportunity for you to post within the community, for you to chat within the community, for you to create space and hold space within the community too. So that was really, really important for me. So I hope you take some time to go check that out. Again, it's the mpcommunity.com, and that is where you can learn all about the upcoming Reiki apprenticeship. And again, I spent a lot of time thinking about how to make things better. I've been running this apprenticeship for a couple of years, and each year I think about it, how to make it better, how to make it better, how to make it better. No two cohorts have ever been the same. I think about how can I address how to be a good energy healing practitioner. You learn foundations and Reiki and things like that, but you're going to love and want to learn other modalities. How can I do that? Also, how can I showcase self-care routine, where you come and you take care of yourself. So, before I forget, I missed one of the days for y'all to get y'all kisses. So y'all get 2 kisses for being new. And hold on, if you're new, you get a kiss on the forehead noggin. But because I missed the other day, you get 2 kisses. And for all my returning babies, multiple kisses. Okay, mama loves you. Okay. So, we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, may I hold your face? Okay. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest vibrational good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. I say, okay. So first things first, let's just clear and reset the energy. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. And why I'm doing this is because I just want you and whoever that special person is, or people, whatever your thing is, that's you. I just want to clear that out. Clear it out. Clear it out. Clear it out. Clear it out. And so what you can do on your end is just take some deep breaths and release. Release any blockages that are preventing you from connecting to the love that you want. And just relax here. Now, you can close your eyes, or you can kind of look at a point on the wall. Like if you I see our life together. I see us building something, whatever that is. You say it, and you allow them to connect with you. Now, as you're in this moment, this energy, this good energy, this happiness, this peace that you're sending their way flows to them. You are becoming, on an energetic level, familiar to them. Now, you know me, I like to associate everything through the lens of astrology. So that right there is almost like a Pisces, a Piscean connection. Because Pisces energy, as I've talked about before, is underneath the surface. It is the believe it and then I'll see it. But really what it is Pisces energy naturally understands that in order to create an outcome on the outside, the energy on the inside has to shift. Like when someone who has a Pisces dominant within their natal chart, or there's some type of interesting Pisces transit going to happen, kind of like this Saturn and Pisces that's coming up. Truly living out that lesson of Pisces is this: okay, I'm gonna make a decision. This is what I want. I don't care what my life looks like right now. I have decided that I will be in love, with the right person for me. And each and every day I open myself up to receiving them. And then as you do that every day, practice that every day, you start to feel them before they're in front of you. That's what I mean by your energy has to shift. So once you start to shift that more and more and more, then they will appear. That's how it works. But that right person, they start to think of you. They start to be able to recognize you once you all physically are in person or in the physical meet, as a part of them doing their work and you doing your work. And hopefully y'all doing it at the same time, because y'all don't do it at the same time, then it becomes a problem. So just keep breathing here. Okay. Good job. And I always like to take this time to just explain it to people, okay? I don't want just some random person thinking about you and they're not bringing true value in your life, or you're not bringing true value in their life. Sometimes we want somebody in our life and we need to get our ish together. We need to work on ourselves before connecting with somebody else. And other times you might be open and ready, but you just don't put yourself out there, so you're like sheltered and you don't want to be seen and but you still want those connections. All the things that happen, we're just clearing and cleansing that, and also giving you the opportunity to feel, to just get a glimpse of what that feeling of that love would be like with that person. So let's just do this and just continue to feel, continue to connect, this well, and that anything that is preventing you all from meeting be severed so you can be connected and truly enjoy each other. Now, when this happens, you have to be able to make some tough decisions. And what I mean by this is when someone shows up in your life and you know they're not the right person, escort them out. If you try to, fiddle your fingers, I don't know what it's called. If you try to convince yourself, well, is this the right person? You're wasting time for your actual right person. You know at this point in time, if it's right or if it's not, if it's just supposed to be a friend or if it's going to be more, and if you don't know, you'll go out and learn your lessons, but at this point you should know what you want. And once you see that, then you hold on to it, you appreciate it, you get to know it, so you can confirm. So you have to know when to say no as well. It's not always just about, you bring people in. You could bring a bunch of people in, but you gotta learn how to say no. And another way that you will know that someone is not the right person for you is that if they continue to bring up generational issues or karmic issues, love cycles, love habits that aren't good for you. If it comes up in this new person that you've dealt with before, it's not right. What the universe is doing is giving you an opportunity to break it. And sometimes in the back of the mind it feels like, well, maybe it'll work out with this person because it's not as bad as the That's not what they're there for, because your right person doesn't come with that baggage. Your right person just comes. I'm also a strong believer that you can fight through it with someone. Like if you have somebody and you just refuse and y'all kind of went through all the drama and stuff like that, eventually y'all will get to hopefully a good place. But I also have a name for that. I call that living a half life. You gotta sit and really think about all of the things that you're supposed to be sharing with the universe. And one thing you don't want to do is waste your time dealing with unnecessary drama. You got goals, passions, hobbies, energy, just places you could be pouring your energy into, not going back and forth with someone. If someone is meant for you to be in their life forever, you shouldn't have to fight them to do it, and they shouldn't have to fight you. So make it easy on yourself. Just choose the openness, just choose the love, just choose the things that support you in your journey, and the right person will show up. Now, if you don't heed my message, you will live your lesson. But at the end of the day, babies, it's fine. It'll work out. It always works out. It does. It really does. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session today, and I hope you connect with yourself more and more. I keep it real with you. I don't try to, just make some rando think of you and you think of them. Hey, no, not at all. Everything is in your control. Everything that we work on in the community is all about shifting your energy, shifting your perspective, and giving you an opportunity to truly connect with what you want and what you need. So that also means when the opportunities present itself, say yes if it feels right, or say no if you know it is just a repeat of the past. Trust yourself. You can never get it wrong when you trust yourself, but you can get it wrong when you doubt yourself. And what I mean by that is you can trust yourself to the point where you'll make a decision and you might feel like, oh wait, maybe I should have made that other decision, but because you trusted yourself, you then had a new outcome so you can be able to see or answer any of the questions that might come up for the apprenticeship. It is such a wonderful, loving, and healing community, and for this pre-week, it is a free time to experience the apprenticeship, 1 week to be exact. And so we're going to learn things, and joyous and romantic all the time. That's actually not what I'm saying. It can be romantic, and also love doesn't have to be romantic at all. Anyway, just saying that I think a peaceful love is more important than the up and down love. I'm like, Jesus, sit down. So that peaceful love. And I think that's a wisdom thing too. The older you get, the more you're like, you want peace. You do not want problems. You want peace. Why? Because you want consistency in your heart. You want to know that the person who deeply loves you today is going to still deeply love you tomorrow. The person who wants to build a life with you today is still going to be there, showing up and working towards that life tomorrow. You don't want to feel like anyone's just like gonna pull the rug out from under you. No, you want to feel as though you're building and building and building more and more and more and more. So breathe in and out here, okay? Now let's practice something here. I want you to bring your hands right here, and we're going to do some self-work of pulling out, okay? And as you pull out, you can pull like this, you can pull like this, but let's just take that energy out, okay? So take a deep, 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more. Exhale, release. And final breath, inhale. Exhale, release. So let's work here, and let's just start to, as we are exhaling on our own now, let's start to pull this out. Inhaling and exhaling. I want you to get used to doing this so that at any time you need to pull out the energy that is no longer serving you, you can do that. Sometimes you can go to the crown of the head as well and just cleanse that way, but just almost like you're weaving. So you're pulling out, you're sending on, keep on doing it, pulling out and sending on, pulling out and sending on. Now just notice your body. Take notice here. Inhale, exhale. Do you notice any stress, any tension anywhere in your body that you feel like it's wherever that is? You can place your hands there, or you can be mindful of it and just inhale, exhale, release, and start to pull that energy out, sending it somewhere else. Keep going here. Trusting yourself here, working through the energy here. Just. Okay, so now what I want you to do is allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. So that could also be how you sit or how you're lying down. Just, taking movement and space here to feel nice and balanced. And allow yourself to be aligned in 2 halves just coming together. Okay. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? What's showing up for you now? Okay. Now in this moment, put your hands up like this, and you can put them on your lap, you can put them on the side, whatever you need to do. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to bring some energy in, because we're saying we want to receive, we want this good love, this love that feels so great, okay? So we're going to place our hands up, pull it in, exhale. Now in this moment, I want you to see the most beautiful love that you've ever seen. And I don't want you to just think of the aesthetic, what something looks like. I want you to feel that energy. I want you to have a sense of what would your life be like. And it has to be peaceful. It's not just superficial. It's the full experience of what you honestly need, where you're honestly at. And look at how this love supports the confidence you have in your life. Look at how this love just continues to work through over and over and over again. That is the true love in this experience. Okay, so let's just get out. And as we're creating space, you gotta do the hard work. And the hard work here is you gotta let go. Surrender to the love, but also make peace with those who need to leave. That's a tough one, right? Because you thought the struggle love was gonna work out. I'm not saying you, but we've all been there a time or two, you know. What I'm saying to that is struggle love is not just romantic. Child, it's even worse in families, okay, and friends too. But release and let go, surrender. Whenever someone doesn't show up to meet your expectations, say thank you, universe, for showing me who they really are. Because if I say I want this kind of person and they're demonstrating to me that they are not that person, well, I guess it's very clear. I can't expect a new outcome from the same situation. Release and let go. Be happy for them, but most importantly, be happy for yourself. Believe that love can feel supportive even when it comes to family, especially chosen family. There are many people who can be a mother figure, a father figure, a parental figure. There are many people out there who can have energy and breathe energy into your life as a sister, a sibling, a brother, whatever that is. There's all of those things. All of those things, all of those things, all of those things. 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 Just work through that. Just take movement through that. Release. Just go to your shoulders. Sending it out. Just working through all of that in this space. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself now. Take 3 deep breaths here. Exhale. Two more. Exhale. Final breath. Exhale. Just feel the calming energy of life flowing down and being peaceful and being calm. we're lightening that up. And we're taking our time as well. With it, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. Good job. So, okay. Now, I'm going to go in and start to just pull out anything taking up too much space. Anything that is being blocked. Anything, anything, anything that needs to be removed. Anything, just send that on. Send that on. Send that on. Okay, I'm just gonna put this to the side. And allow it to finish. Doing its thing. Right there, okay. Just working through all of that, okay. Just balancing and releasing and relaxing, okay. So let's just pull out any old dating patterns that no longer apply. Okay, so if you have a type that may not be your best type, let's go ahead and just pull that out. Just move that through. And relearning the same old toxic patterns just over and over and over and over and over again, okay? You don't have to learn them till you're blue in the face. We're gonna let them go so that you can check off all of your boxes and the person that you're truly looking for. But let's just take some moments to work on the self a little bit too, okay? Because it's that's the most important part. When you vibrate from a level of 100% self-acceptance, self-love, self-gratitude, you will then attract the person that you need. It is not the opposite. Oh, please, please, please bring this person to me. It's, oh, I love this life. I'm so grateful for this life. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to share it with others along the way. And I'm only going to let that important person into my space. Everyone else can go. So that's what we're placing into this session. Now, I will say this as well. We're just going to do some protection. Yeah. Where my stick go? We're going to do some protection for you because sometimes people will try to manifest you in their life because they want you, but they're not best for you. Maybe you're best for them, but they're not best for you. So what we're going to do here is we don't want anybody to waste your time. There are some people who just naturally, it's actually pretty amazing, they're just naturally connected energetically, and they're able to pull, especially when someone's obsessed, they're able to pull and bring you into their life. But we want to protect you from being pulled into that, because energy and attraction and things like that, it doesn't have, it's not positive or negative. has to do with love, sending it somewhere else. Past experiences, just sending it somewhere else. Past drama and trauma surrounding love. And I heard a really interesting quote. I mentioned it a couple months ago, where when you first meet somebody and you have that feeling of butterflies, oh, I know this person, is because you've already dealt with that before. Not like, are you, romantically attracted to that person, or you like the way that they, show up in your life, but because if they remind you of the feelings that you felt at the beginning of the relationships that did not work, the exact same feelings, it's typically going to go in a certain direction. Because when somebody is really there to stay, it'll be a new feeling, and the feeling won't be as high and low. The feeling will be pure and stable. No more of that. Because sometimes in relationships, we get all this up here, and then we get all this down here, and then we get all this up here, and so we get addicted to that. Instead of questioning, is this the time to get all this, let's just fill ourselves out, let's just have a good time. And also, if I'm getting this down here, is that what I deserve? No, I don't want to have those dynamics. The person will show up with a very pure and consistent energy for you. So bringing that into your life, 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 and just there's something that might be a little bit in the other interpersonal relationships that you have in your life, family, friends, or even how you show up. Like, for example, the dynamics that you have in your family that maybe even extend over to your friendship circles may not work in relationships. Why? Because those dynamics you have within your family, that's y'all's unique dynamics. Don't assume that everybody's experiencing that. And those dynamics you have in your friendship circle is what you all consent to. Don't think that everybody else out here in the world is living like that too. So if you find somebody that you really feel like could hold value and you hold value in their life, but it's just different, don't see that as negative. See it as, now it's time for me to evolve and change. These other two things are going to change, friends and family, but I think it's for my best good. I want to evolve in the way that I approach things. So you will be able to find what is right for you. You will be able to find what is right for you and what you need. Just work through that. And I'm just taking anything left. Now, I need you to, if you get anything from what I'm saying today, get this. It starts with loving yourself. The biggest shortcut to getting someone to come into your life and attract someone is to love yourself and to enjoy life. And because you love yourself and you love this life that you're living, you go out and you experience it with others, and that's how you meet people. If you want to meet them online, if you want to meet them in places that are going out or hobbies or whatever, among your friends, the key is you have to be happy, because people are attracted to happy people, not fake happy, because that's kind of annoying, where it's like, chill out, but genuinely just happy with your life. And the way that you demonstrate that looks different to everybody. Some people is, some people it's more reserved, but just genuinely being happy and peaceful, that's how you get the love that you want, because you're already giving it to yourself. So you can bring someone who comes in and you all can compliment each other. It's that simple. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed the session today, and I hope that it helped you in both attracting love, balancing love, developing your self-love, and protecting you against people who waste your time. So, don't forget that we have the giveaway going on in the Patreon community, and you're going to be answering the question, why are you ready to be a healer? And so the patrons can answer that question, and they win a spot in the 2023 Fall Reiki Master Teacher Apprenticeship Cohort. I'm so excited. And of course, the Patreon community is $3.33 a month, and we do a lot of fun things. Like now we're doing the Rebirth Healing Cleanse. I had herb pairings with that, and we've been meeting every weekend just to show up and to kind of check in, and so a lot of great stuff happens over there. So if you'd like to enter the win, you would go over to the Patreon. Sup, also go by Jessica. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It's all about removing jealousy and any love blockages. So we're going to work through some energy that has to deal with that today. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. You're now one of my babies. And this is now your nightly self-care routine. So because you're now one of my babies, you get one kiss on the noggin. And if you're returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, well, let's get started. as self-invalidated information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, first things first, I'm just going to put a little bit of just protection over you. Because when the brighter you shine, the greater shadow you're going to cast. And so, sometimes that can make you a target of jealousy, or just, I think what happens is people want attention. They don't know how to get balanced attention all the time, and so sometimes it can come off in very weird jealousy kind of ways, or from the individual, from if you feel like, or if I felt like it was some type of jealousy energy towards someone or something that's also an expression of certain feelings and such. I'm like, yes, I just described jealousy when I could have just said jealousy. Anyway, it's just a person trying to not respect boundaries and kind of force their way in there, but then not treat the inside with, tender love and care, like just being sweet and stuff like that. So let's just make sure that around you, you're only surrounded by those that see your beauty and appreciate it, and see their own beauty and appreciate it. Let's make sure you are only surrounded by people who express their confidence and enjoy your confidence as well. Let's make sure that you're always surrounded by those that feed you as well as you feed them, and that the energy is balanced. And that's one of the most important things, is having balanced energy. It's not about you being the sun or you being a sidekick in someone's story. It's everyone is their own universe, and us being able to come together and to be and witness each other in our own unique universes, and working together as well to become one, but yet very different and all that stuff. That is one of the most beautiful gifts that the universe can give to us. The gift of sharing in that kind of way. So, if anyone is jealous of you, let's shift that energy so that instead of jealousy, they feel support. They feel supported by you, and all they want to do is support you. They just want to support you. Okay. Now I want to go through here, because sometimes when people take advantage of really nice people, those really nice people start to close up. And unfortunately, sometimes you might close up for one reason, but limit yourself from receiving love or receiving appreciation fully in a genuine kind of way. And so a part of this session is removing any love blockages as well. And that starts with ourselves. So if you're able, take your hands, put them across your body. You can also give yourself a nice, warm hug. Put hands across your body. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel yourself in your physical body in this moment. Feel yourself. Notice every part of you, your ankles, your toes, your wrists, your nose, whatever that is. Feel that. And feel how much you love yourself, how much you trust yourself, how much you need yourself how much you don't regret anything, that you are happy to have been born the person that you are today, that it was meant to be exactly like this. It had to be exactly like this. This is the best iteration of this life, regardless of how it is going or where it's going. This is the best. So just keep breathing in there. Balancing there. And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for doubting any moments where you felt powerless. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for trusting those that maybe did not turn out to be trustworthy. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself fully. That even if there's no rational reason, if sometimes you just feel down, to trust yourself, to tap in and to be with yourself, to show up for yourself, and to be in the moment with yourself, and to have love for yourself, for yourself. Okay, so bringing that energy back together here, just breathing in, exhaling, releasing, letting go. And we're gonna do that again, but we're gonna go a little bit slower, okay? Or a lot of bit slower. Breathing in, and we're gonna do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, let it go. Breathe on your own now. So if you were able to make it all the way to 7, then cool. If you weren't, that's okay too. But if you could go even longer, that's excellent as well. Stick another breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, let it go. Sometimes I can inhale, or sometimes I can exhale longer than I can inhale. It's interesting, like I felt like I just inhale so quickly that it's like, oh wow, how do people have these sustained inhales? And then at the same time, I feel like I exhale so slow. And I'm like, wait a minute, how am I able to exhale so long? So I hope this is making you yourself and you bring joy into your own life, you start to send that out too. You're probably less likely to cut somebody out. Less likely, I'm not saying totally impossible, I'm trying to be realistic, but maybe perhaps just less likely to do that. But just check in with yourself. Don't be afraid to get vulnerable with yourself to the point where you feel brand new. You feel like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because the people around you, we can see your light, and it is shining very bright. And those of us that are confident, we just want to see you shine brighter. And those of us who are not confident, that's where that jealousy comes in. But even if you have encountered people with that kind of dynamic, it's still okay when you're ready, and only when you're ready, to be open to love, to be open to restoring what was distorted, and checking in with ourselves to make sure that we're okay. So you take as many breaks as you need to take, and you can change your mind and your approach as many times as you like to. So just breathe. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed our session today. I hope that it is bringing you a lot of peace, and I can't wait to see what we build together during this time. G-code, baby, G-code. So you demonstrate to other people how to treat you. So make sure your demonstration is that of the highest energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the session. We start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us down in our individual healing experience. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you, babies? Okay. Just take a deep breath in, filling up, okay? Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So just feel that in your energy, and I'm just going to go in and backwards, just giving you some space here to just go with this flow, okay? Go with this flow, go with Also, you can use the comment section as a place for a diary or a journal as you are collecting your thoughts during your self-care practice and to support others. This is a safe, inclusive space, and this is a space for that energy to support each other and to support ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with some cinnamon. You all know it's my favorite herb. It's always been my favorite herb, cinnamon and mint, specifically peppermint. I like spearmint too though, but cinnamon and mint, oh man. Okay, so just breathing in here, and this is giving you grounding. There is nothing wrong with wanting a fairy tale kind of thing or wanting this kind of fantasy of something. There's nothing wrong with that, but you also have to be connected to the fact that it starts within you. It really does. It starts within you. You have to be grounded in reality to know that someone's not going to come in and solve every one of your problems and love you 1,000% and X, Y, and Z. You may see somebody of quality and later on you reflect that, but at the end of the day, you solve all your problems. You treat yourself with quality, and the right people will come in, and it will be easy. It'll be easy for them to come in because you're not requiring all this stuff. Let me give you a quick cheat code, okay? A quick life hack. The quickest way. I'm about to give y'all some tea, okay? The quickest way to attract anybody is to be happy, to have a good time, to not put pressure on anything. I don't care what space of life you're in. You know that you may want X, Y, and Z or this, and that. That is completely fine. But you will attract the energy you actually want by taking the pressure off, having a good time, and just seeing what quality energy comes around you. Because when you go at it from a state of just that's what you're going to get. You're going to get love that's always pushing back. I know it seems like a little counterintuitive that if you want something real or you want something long term that you should just have a good time, but this is what ends up happening. If you go out looking for something long term and real right off the bat, you will get something long term and you really have to work on it. But what you really want is you want someone who will stay the course, or you want the people surrounding you to have beautiful, loving energy, and that only comes from having fun. So it's almost an element of surrender and trusting the universe. You don't got to be in control of everything. Let it go. The universe will always deliver. Just giving you a little bit of tea, okay? Just giving you a little bit of tea. Just giving you a little bit of tea, okay? Balancing this out. So let me just work on this energy a little bit, and I want you, every time you exhale, I want you to let something go, something that is no longer serving you and taking up space, that you're just like, fuck this, I don't need this no more. You gotta get to a point in life where you're like, I don't want to surround myself by that. And it's not just in a romantic sense. It's family, it's friends, it's work, it's all that stuff. But most importantly, I need you to hold yourself accountable first too. It's you. You set the tone, and your patience becomes very small for anything that is not at your caliber of love, because you know how nice you treat you, And spoiling yourself isn't enabling yourself. Spoiling yourself is saying, whenever I have a sense of doubt, I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt. And whenever I feel nervous, I'm going to encourage myself. Whenever I need to take a break, I'm going to be understanding, just saying sweet words to yourself at the end of every practice. I always say, remember to be sweet to yourself, because that is it. The more that we're sweet to ourselves, the easier it is for us to be resilient in things. The more that we're harder, why couldn't you do this? Why didn't you do this right? The harder it is to get past. Just knowing that the things we experience in life literally can be exponentially changed simply by how we are talking to ourselves. Mind blown. So let's go down here. Just make sure this beautiful energy is in front of you. Now I want you to see in an energetic sense. You can add physical characteristics if you want to, but just see in how something makes you feel, a sense, your energy around is love has always been troubling for you ever since your upbringing. You have to let that go, and it's going to be scary. It's going to feel uncomfortable letting it go because you'll feel a little crazy. Wait, that's how I always thought about things. Da 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 da. Let it go. Because if you really want something better, it will never come from satisfying the fears of that. It won't. You have to completely let it go and just be at peace and calm with the love that you get now. It doesn't require anything. That is conditional love. This is unconditional love. So let's go ahead and root that all together. Root it all together. Root it all together. Root it all together. And I know that, we are for grown-ups here, but I know sometimes some kids are listening, and I will say that love will always be, and teenagers too. Love needs to start from yourself first. You're going to go on an entire journey in this life looking for it outside of you to only realize that it's always been in you. Babies, keep it in you. Keep your love, your energy, your focus in you, and you will surround yourself with friends and all kinds of people who will always make you feel great. And when you come across people who don't make you feel great, do not get caught up in trauma. Let it go. Let it go, babies. Let it go. Also, if anybody else would like to share maybe some wisdom to younger people in the comment section, please share it. Because I know we all got a lot of stories in here. Baby. If I just sit and reflect on my teens and my 20s, what was I doing? But ultimately, everything leads you back to true love. And it's something that you work on every day, baby. You gotta date yourself. When you date other people, it should be like maybe 1/10 of what you're giving yourself. That doesn't mean give yourself a little bit and people give you even less. It means you do so much for yourself that even when you date other people, it's awesome and fun. But they're always going to try to build up to what you give to yourself. And the reason why you want to do that is because if ever for some reason it doesn't work out, you will not be devastated. You'll be hurt and it'll not feel so good, but you won't be devastated. That sense of devastation comes from that, lack, comes from the desperation, comes from the codependency. Release it, let it go. Fill yourself up and allow everything to grow. Well, family, I really enjoyed our session today. I hope you enjoyed it as well. It is always so lovely to be here, and let me say thank you for allowing me to facilitate your self-healing journey. I get so much life purpose out of this. It means a lot to you all, and it means even more to me that you allow me to be in this space. I live in a constant state of gratitude for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try not to tear up because I'm emotional and my Mercury is in Cancer, but thank you for showing up for yourselves, and thank you for doing all this hard work as you continue to go after all of these big goals and dreams. I know it's not easy, but it's also not impossible. It's stability. So come here, relax your face, your little head, let's just remove any stress. Because you can't be irresistible if you're stressed out, baby. We gotta remove any stress. So the first thing here is that, and so I'm just going to calmly just move over your aura, back and forth, and just take this moment to let go. Sometimes when you're trying to find what you're looking for or find your place in life, and you want to attract that energy, you have to find a way to ground yourself. You have to find a way to find balance. And that can be a little bit confusing sometimes, like, what? But there's no wrong answer. Whatever brings you peace, brings you calm, that ultimately helps to attract people, situations, and circumstances to you. The ones that you want anyway. Because you are able to provide what it is that you want to experience out in the world. So, the best way to attract what it is you're looking for is to be what it is that you're looking for. Life hack. So let's just remove that stress from you. Just clearing that out and just starting to pull away any old excuses, old stories, old memories that no longer serve you, and allow you to be in this moment with yourself. You got this. You can do this. And I'm gonna take this moment to work on the heart too. To mend the heart. To feel safe being vulnerable, but also to feel safe to have boundaries. You can have both at the same time. So working on this. Working on this. Working on this. And removing it, remembering who you truly are underneath all of this stuff. That pure energy that flows within you. That many can't wait to be around. All of that is right there in front. So let's work with that. Let's work with that. Let's work with that energy. So I want you to see something that you want, and it doesn't have to be straightforward. It doesn't have to be like, it could be a feeling, like, oh, I want to feel this way, or some other sensory kind of experience, whatever that is. Bring it into the space now, and let's just align your energy with that brings that into your life, and release. You may look crazy a little bit, okay? But what you want will happen. And It's only gonna happen if you look crazy a little bit. Because we're all flowing in our own energetic pattern and system. And if you want something that exists outside of this pattern or this system, you have to break that norm. And whenever you break a norm, you will essentially look like you lost your mind. But that's a part of the process of renorming to something else. So never be afraid to step away from that which no longer works in your life on the path to something else. And when you're on the path, sometimes you don't know if what you're doing will work, but that's okay. You're actually closer to the solution when you're on the path than when you're just kind of rotating in the same place that you've always been. So you're making progress. Okay, so let me see your face one more time, okay? Okay, and just wipe away any past pain that needs to just stay in the past. It allows you to simply live in the present moment with your present self, the present feeling, the present essence of all of these experiences. Stay in this moment. Stay with yourself. Bet on yourself. Bet that even if you don't know what the answer is, what it's supposed to look like, you'll figure it out. And let's bring what you need into your space. Let's bring what you need into your space. Let's bring what you need into your space. Let's bring what you need into your space, okay? So let's just gently move things around that may be helpful for you, okay, sweetness? Just yourself, okay? Let me see the face again. Beautiful. Your irresistibility has been recalibrated, and now you're aligned with whatever it was that you needed today. It is now here to balance you in whatever way that you needed to be balanced and to be at peace here. So, as I always talk about when it comes to attracting, if there's anything that you want or you feel like you're missing in life, you have to be that in order to bring it into your life. And when you become whatever it is you are seeking and searching for, you no longer project your needs or your expectations externally. You then instead satisfy your needs and your desires internally. And who you become, that light, that beacon of hope, is what others can also be inspired by to kind of go within the self and work with their selves too. So don't shy away from going on the journey. Don't shy away from being yourself, because that is what makes you you. That is what makes this beautiful experience worthwhile. Well, babies have noticed that, and let me go ahead and say it. Wash your hands. I want you to think about that. Think about also values. Okay. You want someone who wants to get married? Do you want someone who doesn't want to get married? Do you want to have someone who wants to have children? Do you want to have someone who wants to only adopt children? Think about those values that you want within the right partnership. Do you want a conventional partnership? Do you want an unconventional partnership? Think about all those things. Now, what I want you to do is think about those things that you want. Ask yourself questions. Okay, I'm attracted to this kind of person. Externally, internally, I like our dynamics, our relationship to be like X, Y, and Z. And instead of seeing this person as your other half or someone to make you whole, think about it like this. Who is someone I can enjoy life with? Who is someone that can bring a smile to my face and I can bring a smile to them? And also, who is someone that I'm not going to put baggage on them and they're not going to put baggage on me? That we don't project onto each other. The healthiest form of relationship and connection. Someone who looks at you with the greatest amount of awe. They love being around you, as well as you all have your own me time. There's no codependency. It's just connection. And if you're in a relationship already where there are ups and downs, your relationship will most likely not get to this point. I'm just going to be honest with you. I see it all the time. There will be a small minority of people in those really ups and down relationships where the relationship actually gets to where they want it to go. But don't think that you're a part of that small group. Instead, what I want you to think about is this. It is really hard to make someone treat you differently once they've established a pattern. So it may feel easier to stick with a relationship that does not work or that you already have because you think it's going to be so much harder. But I promise you, it's really not. There are like 7 billion people in the world. You're not going to tell me there's not at least a good 10 or 20 that's going to work out with you. I'm just saying. Let's just do the math, okay? And with that being said, I'm going to give you this advice that my mom gave me. longing for, you know, a relationship that didn't exist. I didn't really have that kind of relationship with that person. So I realized from that moment as I went forward, and of course made more mistakes, that let's just look at things as they are. You know, don't try to lie to yourself. And also just refresh, restart, regrow. Sometimes when you are with somebody for so long, you don't want to start over because you feel like, oh, you lose all that credit or all that time. But if y'all are not committing, and at least one person wants commitment, if y'all don't want commitment, you know, it sounds perfect to me. But if at least one person does want commitment and you're not committing, if you're pretending to be in a relationship but you're calling yourself a situationship, if you're ready to make those next steps, plan a family or make a large decision like purchasing a home or something, but your partner is not there, you know, there's a lot of things. Also, if you want some romance, I'm a very romantic person, okay? So that's really important. I don't really understand relationships that don't have romance, but to each his own. But if you would like romance, being with a partner who is romantic, and remember, romantic depends on you. You set the standards of what you think is romantic and what you think is not what you want. You know, what some people might consider cheesy, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I love that so much, you know. For example, like PDA, some people like PDA, some people do not like PDA, you know. So being with someone who aligns with you in that kind of way, I love PDA. If you're not loving on me and I'm not loving on you, I do not care who is around. Anytime, any place, Janet Jackson, okay? That's important for me. So when I don't have that, I feel like, you know, I feel like, oh. But when I do have that, I feel like, because I in general don't care what other people think around me, so it doesn't really matter. But that's not everybody. Some people are like, this is my business. I don't need nobody in my business. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever you want. And gifts, you know. I'm actually more of a quality time kind of person, or affection kind of person than I am a gift person. But I think gifts can also be creative too. You don't always have to buy something. The fact that someone sat and wrote you a poem and they hand wrote it and they made like a beautiful card or something like that, or they cooked you a delicious meal, or they took you sightseeing to somewhere that they think is beautiful and they brought some snacks so y'all can just hang out there. There's a lot of ways to be romantic and to share the experience with someone. So I'm placing all of this on you so that you can get very clear about what you want. Get very clear about what you want and what you need, and expect nothing less, and have faith. The most important part is having faith. There's two processes. The first process is to have fun, and the second is to have faith. If you want to manifest anything, but specifically love, go have fun, because people love people who are happy. Don't nobody want to be with somebody who is not happy. If someone is fun and happy, they're going to attract more people, okay? Then have faith that the right person will be there for you. The right person will show up. So that means you have to say no to people. So if you're not good at saying no, get good. And the quicker you say no to someone, the better that the dynamics will be with you and those people, because they'll understand. People respect boundaries, especially if you're very clear in the beginning. They don't if you're like, I don't know, is this the right person? If you don't know if that's the right person, maybe it's not. Or maybe you need to take some time this to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. And for those who don't know what Ashe means, Ashe is the same concept of Chi. Ashe is the Yoruba Chi. We know that we get this from traditional Chinese medicine, and so it is beautiful how a concept of essentially life force energy has existed in multiple societies, multiple experiences, and here to heal us in multiple ways. So let's just do this, okay? And that's also the chi or the ki is also Reiki. There you go. And we know Reiki is a Japanese healing modality. Okay, let me not go down that rabbit hole because I gotta stay focused. I'll leave that for my students. I gotta stay focused. So healing. Let me get my healing tools. The magic of television, of social media. Swivel a little bit. Goodness gracious. Y'all about to not get this if I can't reach it. Lucky. I was like, time to use a new tool. Time to improvise. Okay, so swivel myself back around. I'm gonna start off with just some cinnamon. We're gonna do some cinnamon cleansing here, and also just a little bit of candle work just to open up the space, just to open up. So just let's get a regular candle and just a strong candle. Okay. When in doubt, use a torch. This has made life so much simpler. Except I will admit that when I'm lighting an herb, the torch works really well. When I'm lighting a candle, sometimes I melt it too much. I thank you for your service, torch. So I now exhale and just follow this light. Okay? And don't place any judgment or anything like that. Just follow the light. And so we're opening up with a protection so that you are only connecting with the right person for you, that they are ready to receive you, you're ready to receive them, and we don't talk about this enough, that both of y'all got y'all shit together, okay? So just breathing through this, just following that, okay? Okay. See yourself surrounded by the deepest amount of protection, and see them with you as you flow through that. See the love that you all share, and the guidance and support that is around you at all times. Be there in that moment. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with the cinnamon. Or should I torch it? So many questions. We're gonna stick with the candle because I've already started. And we're already getting some nice smoke action. Okay. Let's not burn down the house. And just taking this over you. So deep breath in and out, so that you and them may be connected, and that your souls find each other, and that your souls may be healed, that you be ready to receive each other, and that you be removed from codependent relationships, removing negativity, meaning you feel better. When you look at something like sage, sage can cleanse your space, but Palo Santo makes you feel better, so it changes you, shifts you energetically. So what we don't want is we don't want any pessimism. We don't want any self-sabotage. We don't want any of these lower vibrational experiences. Okay. Okay. Good job. How do you feel? Now, this is you, this is them. Let's bring y'all together again. Or if y'all don't know each other, it won't be a together again. Just swivel myself around. Inhale. Exhale. Just bringing your energy to one. And just cleansing. It's really important here to cleanse. It's really important to cleanse the third eye here so you have sight. So you're able to determine the right person, because baby, when you start to open yourself up to this true love, many people want that. They're not your person. They're not ready for you. Or they're not your people, whatever you do. They're not ready for you, but they just want it desperately, and they might be the first one to jump. So we want to give you discernment so that you only are bringing in the right person or the right people for you, as well as understanding that codependency is not love. So if you find yourself in a codependent relationship, or you find that your relationships eventually become codependency, we have to shift your energy in order to understand what that really is. Codependency makes you have feelings, whether those feelings are high or low. If you've ever been in a relationship, or if you ever dated where there's nothing there, you don't feel anything, you know, like, oh, there's nothing there. But a codependent relationship will trick you into thinking that there's something there, because you have feelings both high and low. But a healthy relationship has healthy boundaries, healthy energetic balance. There's going to be times where you all really enjoy yourself, and most of the time it's just going to be peaceful. There's going to be times where you disagree, that's appropriate, but you all being able to have conflict analysis and resolution, being able to communicate well, not having unrealistic expectations for each other, and to still be autonomous, to still have your own freedom, and not because you are required to be together, but you simply choose each other each and every day. So I'm bringing them to you and allowing them to appear in your mind's eye. See them. What do they feel like? relationship that you have. So if you feel like you're cleansing someone out, but you're feeling like lonely, just know that that aloneness is not you being alone. It's setting up a foundation so that when you walk into that relationship that's for you, it's just clean and clear, and you're right there, and you can enjoy it. You don't bring in that baggage, and you don't have to take that in as well. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. Just check right here behind your head. Okay. And moving all around the body, all around the body. And shifts, shifts, shifts. Shifts, shifts, shift in time, in space, in each moment, time, space, in each moment, time, and space. In each moment, time, space, each moment, okay? So just coming together and becoming one, and feeling that. Feel yourself holding each other's hand, holding each other's energy. And what do you notice about them? What can you appreciate about them? How do they make you feel? How do you make them feel? Okay, because not everything's one-sided. You gotta be a catcher yourself. What do you all do? What do you love about them? What do you like about them? What do you love about them? What connects you all on a higher level? Okay, just kind of weaving in and connecting in you all's energy so you can see each other, and removing anyone else. I'm gonna say it how my grandma used to say it. Removing stupid. Stupid would always be someone that a person was in a relationship with that was not the right person for them, was very much so an emotional burden, probably a financial burden. And so she would just, and sometimes to these people's face, just call them stupid. Why you still was stupid? Did I laugh tremendously in those moments? I'm like, oh wow. energetic kiss. And feel how it feels to connect with the right one. And make that the standard. Make that the standard in your life, that no matter what you do, that you choose to connect with the energy that is right for you. Well, babies, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you, but remember to love yourself. Feel free to head on over to the page. I want to see you blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I am a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive, and today we have a special healing session, a community favorite. This is how to make you irresistible to them, okay? So, as you know, it starts with self-love, self-care, okay? I'm not gonna allow you to attract people in your life if you're not happy. So we're gonna work on getting you there and attracting the right people, not just anybody, but the right people. So babies, if you're new to the community, welcome. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here, self-care routine. So what you do here is you take care of yourself each and every day. We have a curated array of things, spectrum of curated experiences each night. So please feel free to come back and share. So if you're one of my new babies, as a added bonus, you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And for all my returning babies, multiple kisses. Mama loves you, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's enjoy Love Month. This is my favorite time of the year. And as an added bonus, go ahead and head on over to My People, which is a new community. It's a free community that I've created, and we have a love program going on. So if you want to attract more love into your life, if you want to attract the right person, if you want to feel good about yourself, whatever it is, head on over to the community. I'm really excited for what I have put together for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you're new to the community, we'll start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, you ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So just bringing that over you. And here's the thing. I'm going to just as you support their life as well too. Just breathing in and out. Now, one thing about me is I do not assume what you want, whether that changes or whatever. That's your business, as you know. I can't tell you what to think. All I can do is support you in the journey, and at the end of the day, we want healthy dynamics and healthy relationships. Continue to breathe in and out. Just relax. Now I want you to start to see face of a special person and how it makes you feel in your heart. If you want to, you can place your hands here and just inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more. Exhale. Final breath. Exhale. Ground yourself. See their love as energy. Give it a color: blue, purple, red, whatever. White, brown, whatever your color is. See their love as a color and allow their love to just wrap around you. That they feel drawn towards you. Regardless of where you're at, they feel pulled in your direction. Okay. Breathe through here. Okay. Just finding peace here. I'm going to just do this is sage that has been covered in mugwort. And so I'm just going to do just a little bit of this to open the space, to clear the space, to cleanse the space. Side note, if anybody knows any good cooking recipes with sage, let me know. I remember thinking as a child, seeing my grandmother with sage in the cabinet to cook with, and I think it's so amazing that when we use these herbs, we can use them in multiple levels. So a lot of these great herbs for cleansing can be found in the kitchen. So just work through this. Work through. Just relax here. Moving through your life and your energy as you need it to. Just going and flowing. Now take some breaths. Ground down. They can see you. They know who you are. And they are ready to love you, right? They're ready to present themselves in your life. Whether through people you already know and strengthening your love bonds, or through new faces, both different and familiar. They are ready, as long as you are ready to receive. Are you ready to receive unconditional love? Are you ready to receive authentic love? Before they get here, can you give that to yourself first? Can you model to them excellent communication by showing how you take care of yourself first? Can you make it easy for them to love you by loving yourself first? And they will do the same. So work through this. Work yourself. Release and relax. Okay. Now, you are lovable. You are needed. You will be provided for, and you can provide. You are lovable. You are needed. You will be provided for, and you can provide. You have all that you need whenever you need it at any time in the process. Trust in yourself. Trust in your path. Trust in yourself. Trust in your path. Trust in yourself. Trust in your path. Now, taking hands to heart, I want you to take a deep breath in and feel that connection to you. And see them. Allow their face to appear in front of you. And just exhale, release. See the beauty of their energy, the beauty of their actions, the beauty of their appearance. See all that you love, all that you appreciate right in front of you. And allow your heart to be open so that they can experience the same thing. Now, in this moment, I want you to say something very sincere. So think about it like, for example, a prayer, a chant, a spell, a petition. This is different language for the same energetic concept that's happening. You just choose based off of your lineage and what you connect to, how you want to approach it. Now, inside, truly open yourself up and say what you need to say to them, to the universe. Use this moment. Use this moment. And say what you need to say. Invite them in. Share love. Share community. Share all of these things. Invite them into the space with you. A couple more minutes. A couple more moments. And then say the last bit of things that you need to say to them. And release. Let it go. Now, this is the moment where you surrender to the universe and you trust. It will happen. It will happen. You're not in control of it. You don't have to force it. You don't have to be a control freak. Just know if you're ready to receive that love and you model to yourself, others in the universe, by giving yourself that self-love and allowing yourself to be happy and receiving love and living in the energy of love, this person cannot help but come to you. So, just release it. I also go by Jet. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive, and today we have a special session. Welcome to Love Month. It's my favorite time of the year. Anyway, we have a special session today. It is a love protection to protect you in all kinds of ways, so you can allow that vulnerable heart to open up and share with the world. Share your creative passions, attract love, and be able to give freely love, the love that you have in your life. So if you're new to the community, welcome babies. ricochet your chi energy or electricity, regardless of how you see it. We're saying the same concept in different ways. Allow it to flow through your body as the love flows through you as well. I'm going to just do some cleansing. Let me see what I got in here. I want to say this is a bay leaf. Just a little piece of a bay leaf. So why not use them? I'll just show you what it is. I keep a nice jar. Of different things. There's a lot of things in here that I use in order to cleanse space, to ground down. So the collection in here is, there's different shells. There's sage, bay leaf, and there is, let me see, mugwort. So there's a combination of all of these things in here. So today we're going to go with the bay leaf. Now bay leaf is proximity. Bay leaf is prosperity. So let's go ahead and bring this love into your life. And I think the cool thing about having nails for as long as I do, I no longer burn my nail off. So breathe in and out, and just tracing the energy around you, creating a sacred space, a intimate space, a close space with you, yourself, and you. Why? Because before you expect anyone else to be anything to you, to bring anything to you, to give anything to you, you have to establish the intimacy that you need within yourself, the beauty and the love. And where you heal in one area, the rest will heal as well. Where you heal in one area, the rest will heal as well. Okay, just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. Okay, good job. So now just relax into this. And just find your own way, your own path. Understand that no matter where you're at right now, whether you think I'm not where I want to be, or oh, I'm afraid I'm going to lose something, or even better, I'm exactly where I want to be, regardless where you're at right now, just understand that this is just the start. It's just the beginning. Don't worry about losing love. Don't worry about losing creativity. Don't worry about any kind of loss. Just understand that this is the beginning, and that there's a lot for you to get out of the experience. The art of losing isn't hard to master, even you through the experience, and that is free. The community is a free community to come to. Okay. Just breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. And I'm a big believer in having uninterrupted space. If you really want to attract the love you're looking for, if you really want to have the life that you desire, you have to create some uninterrupted space for yourself in your life. And you could do that in many ways. And I created that community in order to give you some of that. I hope that this community feels that way too. Like uninterrupted space. To challenge those old ways of looking at love. To embrace a new mentality. And to, most importantly, love yourself. There's a difference between loving yourself and narcissism, and these are my clams. Loving yourself and narcissism. Narcissistic people don't love themselves, even if they appear to. It's not that. What they do is they try to be boastful in order to convince people outside of them to like them. But when you truly love yourself, you don't have to do all that stuff. You just accept yourself when the days are good, when they're not so good, when the days are long or short, whatever it is. That is what true self-love is. So if you want to attract any person into your life, the right person, it starts with a foundation of self-love. When you treat yourself good, when you spoil yourself, when you give yourself all those things that you want someone else to give you, you are modeling to people what you need. That way, when you go into a relationship, you don't have no weird relationship where it's like, oh, you're not getting your needs met. Your needs will be met because you are responsible for modeling to others what you need first. And that extends outside of romantic environments too, to your friends, your families, your co-workers, colleagues, communities, whatever that is. You model that. But there are many social norms, social structures that may not reinforce that belief. So if other people are working in a different way, you have to be okay with pushing against that, to say, no, I'm going to have this self-care. I'm going to be patient. Sometimes you might be nervous or afraid, and that's okay. Make fear your friend. Just bring it along with you. Don't overthink it. Don't, ignore it. Don't overthink it. Just let it be what it is. It's going to come and go. Have an open relationship with fear. Let it come and go when it needs to. And that way you don't feel like you have to be perfect as you're trying to attract what you want. You can just accept yourself as you are in the moment. Just bringing that through. Just bringing that through. Just bringing that through. Just working through that energy. And just relax. And just keep breathing here. As I work on you, just want to reflect on, this is my 5th year hosting this space, and I'm so excited for the next 5 years. But what I want to do is give a special shout out to all those who have been in the community for a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. If you feel like this community has really given you a lot of help and support and value in your life, then that makes me smile. It makes me feel very grateful. It lets me know that the effort that I put out there is changing people's lives, because I feel like for me, when I needed to change my love, when I needed to change my life, I tried to piece together little things that I wish I had. But in this community, I feel like I'm able to create the environment I was looking
Node's in Cancer, so I think that's her thing. She, you know. And side note, to have a parent whose North Node is the opposite of your North Node is so fascinating. My grandmother, her North Node was also in Cancer opposite. My North Node is in Capricorn. And so it's just so amazing to remember growing up how strong of a presence these women were. And then also to watch them in life become more softer, to become more vulnerable, to become more of someone who needed to be protected. And then also to see myself, my own feelings of like, look at this big world out there, too. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm about to do it. So that shift and that change is pretty amazing. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope you enjoy Love Month. I'm gonna just break it down to you and keep it real. If you're trying to attract love into your life, it's, hopefully my hair's not hitting the mic, but if you're trying to attract love in your life, it is the same thing as attracting wealth. It's the same thing as attracting healing, a peace of mind, and things like that. So when you start to address one area of your life, it then moves into other areas as well. So it's not just about putting a spell on someone to make them come be in your life. No, it's about healing. It's about going through the journey. It's about making peace. It's about all of these things. So even though we can manipulate the universe, we can use spell work, petition work, prayer, we can do ritual, we can do all of these things in order to create the reality that we want. Take your time. Instead of just having love, have the right love. Instead of always wanting the love to be external, look internal first. Because when you're happy, whole, and healthy, that is when